Hey y'all, it's Lae'Visia Rivers, and it's Sunday Sins on a Monday afternoon, honey. It's about as good as it gets from me right now. I just want to take off and say, before I get started, how much that I really thank and appreciate all of y'all for your prayers and well wishes and messages to check on me during my recent downtime. I've been a little bit under the weather the last few weeks, and really appreciate y'all worrying about me, honey, and wondering that I had been abducted or something. So I appreciate y'all more than you'd ever know. That being said, honey, I spent some time while I was down, honey, in the hospital, at a fancy hospital, honey, right here in the mountains, the BGH, the Buchanan General Hospital, youngins. If youngins have never heard of it, honey, it is the Buchanan General Hospital, honey, as in Cafe BGH, where they have them wraps on Thursdays, honey, that BGH. I was on the third floor, honey, and that is run very efficiently. Every nurse up there took care of me wonderfully. Every orderly, CNA, whatever they called them, every girl that run a mop in the bathroom in my room, honey, she did a good job. Honey, the dietary people did a fantastic job. Just fantastic. Just wonderful experience. Took care of me first class. And that Dr. Tish Hilton, honey, is a wonderful hospitalist right here in our area, honey. She's got it. She's got it. She's making it happen, honey. I'm going to tell you, she's making it happen. And that emergency department, from the time that I slung right in the door, honey, until I slung back out, somebody was there checking on me all the time, from the ER to the MRI to the CAT to the whatever else that they had to do, honey. I appreciate them, everyone, honey. Kudos to the BGH, honey. You got a big fan in Lae'Visia Rivers, as big a fan in me as I have in you, and me and you. See, I must still be confused a little bit. Anyways, I digress. So I do want to think just for a few minutes about something that went on while I was having some downtime. The last and final debate between old Donald Jean and Hillary Ray, right? Well, the night of the debate, I was pretty sick, but honey, I reckon as soon as old Hillary rolled herself out, and youngins, listen, I'm not political. You know that. You know, I tell you that every time, I'm not political. But when old Hillary rolled out, she had this winter white, or like an off-white Nehru collar suit on. And everybody started immediately messaging me. I guarantee you I had 100 messages saying, Lae'Visia, did you see what Hillary had on? Lae'Visia, did you see what Hillary had on? La, 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 la. She had on white. She had on white. She had on white. She had on white. No, youngin', she didn't. She had on winter white, or like a creamy beige color. Which we will talk about winter white, okay? We will, I promise. I'm going to tell you all about how you can wear that. But her suit was not exactly white. My biggest problem with her suit, what I had wondered was, and this is serious, had she finally run out of clothes? Had she finally got to the point where she had to borrow clothes from the good Reverend Benny Hinn? Why had she had to borrow a suit from Benny Hinn? But I don't want to leave Donnie out, honey, either, okay? Donnie Trumps. What I figured out with him is he must have the awfulest box left. I'm talking about a box he should have sold to Inez Ramey a long time ago, of red ties, where he had to stop selling his solid red ties and everything else that he ever made that had his name on it from the Macy's. He must have had a big box of them left that he's been trying to wear through, honey, before they run or wore out. But I got news for him, honey. Polyester never dies. He could have drugged them behind his tour bus, honey, all across the country, and they'd probably still look just as dull red as what I see when he wears them, honey, okay? All right, and by the way, Donald Jean, you wear your suit jackets way too long, okay? Way too long, all right? Love you, mean it? I can't say that. But love you, mean it, whatever. So, anyways, I digress. On to Sunday Sins. So, while I was sick, got a lot of messages from y'all, and some of those messages were a little bit gossipy. Now, I'm not saying that gossip is a sin. I'm not a preacher yet. I ain't got no REV in front of my name. Anyways, but what I found was that I was liking some of the things that you thought that I was possibly doing, or where that you thought I possibly was at, right? So, a couple of those that were my favorite made me think that possibly, as far as gossip goes, maybe I liked what I was hearing about my gossip. So, for our Sunday Sin this week, I want you to think about this. What's that one time out of the 278,219 times that someone has gossiped about you that you have liked what they had to say? That they've said something that was, I wish that was true. Oh, I wish that was true. I wish that what them fools was saying was the truth. Well, honey, I'm not calling you fools. I'm just saying in general, fools. You know, fools can be made into many different words, but I digress. Anyways, real quick, 3 things. Number 1, you thought I had gone off on a plastic surgery sabbatical. Okay, no. Obviously, if I had gone on a plastic surgery sabbatical, I would have bragged and talked about that for weeks, months, and days ahead of time, honey, to let you know what was going to be done, where it was going to be done, and how it was going to be done. I ain't got the funds, and I sure ain't got the strength, energy, or callous, honey, to have that done, because I don't have no pain tolerance, okay? I'm going to be honest with you, honey. I'd had to have been knocked out Tuesday of last week to have the surgery on Christmas Eve. But anyways, the second one. Thought I'd run off with a rich man who had made me stop making these posts. Well, honey, rich man or poor man, you ain't gonna stop making me make these posts. And there ain't no rich man nor poor man in my life, okay? Nor man in my life. All right, don't worry about that. Only people in my life is my Laurels, honey. Anita and my Laurels, honey, and my wonderful friends. That's about it. And my nieces. That's about it. Well, and my clothes. And that's about it. Anyways, I'll stop from there. Third and final. You thought for sure that Ellen had picked me up. That finally someone in Hollywood had seen that it was time for Lae'Visia to come to Hollywood. And that now they had me in hiding until the show. Well, honey, my only reality is right here in the mountains with Yuns for now. Not for now, but forever. But Ellen, if you're listening, honey, I'm ready, all right? And I like a first-class plane ticket, okay? I'd appreciate it. All right. Anyways, I want you to think about what is your Sunday sin this week. And I love yous, and I have missed yous, and I know you've missed me. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. No joke. No, from the bottom of my heart. For all the thoughts and prayers while I've been sick. And I appreciate that. And I will talk with y'all later this week. You have a happy week. Wonderful Halloween week. And honey, eat all the candy that you want because we'll just start our diet back another time. I love yous.